Take two. Hi, I'm John Cannon, also known as Jay Beam from River Edge, New Jersey, NJ Sound. I'm here with my dear friend Nicole. We're going to discuss the song I Think You're Wonderful, which I wrote for her this past Saturday, September 10th, 2022. It's the most sincere, heartfelt song that I've ever done for a dear friend who's battling some really tough odds. And we're going to discuss that and how we first met. We've known each other since the 1980s. We went to high school together. I was a senior, she was a sophomore, and we just met like a little over a year ago. And she's like, "Oh, I saw you in the Battle of the Bands in high school." I'm like, "Wow, that's a long time ago, 1985. And we met and became close friends. I didn't know of her situation until a little over a year ago, that she has primary immunodeficiency disease, which is the lack of your body to create white blood cells by its own. You have to infuse white blood cells every week so that you have an immune system so you can fight common colds, cuts, and things of that sort. But that's deep. We're going to get into that later. But the song is a great song about Nicole. It's dedicated to my dear friend Nicole, who deserves everything she gets. She's been struggling, as I have. I'm a cancer survivor. She just last week was diagnosed with some tumors in her body, which is very unfortunate. I went 4 weeks ago with her to the doctor for the blood tests, and they found elevated levels of certain, I'm not a doctor, but certain things were in her body. And they did the CT scan last week, and she has some bad tumors that she can't get chemotherapy. So, and all the while I'm creating this song, and all this horrible news is coming through, and I'm like, wow, we have like such whirlwind of where I'm spending time with her, chatting with her every day, and it's been a challenging situation for both of us. And so the song is I Think You're Wonderful for Nicole. It's coming out in probably October. It's being promoted I'm promoting it. I'm doing everything by myself with a few help of my interns. They're helping me right now film. And I hope you take a listen to the song. And so I just want to talk with Nicole now, ask you a little bit about, we met like a little over a year ago. And when I first met her, she had this bad brain infection from some things in her neck.
I had a stone.
A stone in your
salivary gland.
Salivary gland. A stone in her salivary gland, which infected her entire brain. So the first day I met her, I pull in the driveway. She's there.
I have a lump.
She has a lump, and she's all over the place. She's like, oh, 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 crying 15 seconds, laughing 15 seconds, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the first time meeting someone. I was like, whoa. And then I was like, wow, since then we've been spending almost every day chatting together and sharing our trials and tribulations. I go talk about my cancer story. She talks about, well, this is just recent, just 4 weeks ago, but she talks about her primary immunodeficiency disease and her family. So we had a great childhood growing up in the 1980s.
Playing in the mud and building huts.
And doing no internet, no streaming services, just good times. I wasn't close friends with her in high school. She was younger than I was, but she knew me. I didn't know her that well. But then we connected on Facebook like a year or something ago. I'm like, hey, I'm a cancer survivor, and she's like, well, I have this, and I'm like, oh, wow. And so we just had a close friendship that we developed over the past year. Yeah, and the medical reports are there. I just read them this morning, the big words that I don't understand, the type of cancer. It's on my phone, which is recording this actually right now.
But you were there when the doctor said I had cancer?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he said it was cancer. They didn't know what type because it was just in the blood, the elevated blood levels of something EASC or whatever it was. It was like 8 or 10 times the normal level, and that really... But I lost my mother on August 19th, 2021, so the song is about Nicole, but also my mother. She had a hard life. She struggled her whole life with multiple 10 or 12 or 14 herniated discs in her back, and they said, oh, she got that in her 40s. She was in a very bad car accident, several car accidents, and they said, oh, you'll be wheelchair bound by the time you're 50 or 60, and she fought through it. She had her MRIs. They said, you shouldn't be walking, and she just kept on plowing through. In the last 3 years of her life, she was wheelchair ridden, but up until that, she was 83 when she passed, but she was, up until 80, she was a fighter. And the song is dedicated to anyone who's suffering and just needs the strength to carry on. You're a wonderful person. You have to keep at it, and that's
you can make it.
You can make it. It just takes a lot of.
You need support, and he was the only one there.
Yeah, and it's a sad day when you don't have people around you, and that's what sharing the song, share it with your friends, and this is all for Nicole getting bigger support. I'm here for her. But there should be many others to support. You need a support network, and that's why I'm doing this for her, to build up her awareness, so there are people that will be there for her.
And believe me.
And believe her, and it's a challenge when you wake up every day and you're like, well, I have this, and they've given me X number of years to live, and you have to just live each day to the fullest. So that's basically the song. The first line of the song, the first few lines of the song came to me right out of the bat. I think you're I want you to know that I think you're wonderful. The pain, the torment, and the fear, the tragic moments, death is near. We're all facing death, some later, some earlier, and it's just a very dark acknowledgement that, yeah, we all have to face this, and we all have to deal with things as they come, and you need to have the support and know that every day matters, and that's why you have to share love and joy as best you can and support everyone. I didn't mean to make you cry. So yeah, it's been tough when you have people that, well, when I went through cancer, I went through it. My dad dies May 11th, 2021. Last 2021 was my worst year, so that's why when I met Nicole, we had like resonating horror stories, and hers is much more tragic than mine, but mine's pretty tragic. I had cancer diagnosis on May 12th. My dad dies May 11th. I go in for a colonoscopy on May 12th. I was putting it off for 4 months. I kept on saying, I'll do it in a few months, and all my support team was like, you better do it, you need to do it. So I did it, and the doctor, of course, says, oh, we found a tumor. And they said, oh, it's probably precancerous. And then I went to Sloan Kettering, and they said, no, it's cancer. And within weeks, I started chemotherapy, and that was a really tough 7 months. And then I did a month of radiation.
And you did it to stay alive for me.
I did it to stay alive for you, and you know, I still have to go back for testing. Yeah, everybody out there, you just got to stay strong. I stayed strong and battled through it, and tried my best, and I'm still trying my best. But it's a tough situation, and but you have to just support each other. And if you have a network of people that you can join with and share your grief and your happiness, try to share happiness. I always try to stay as positive as possible and find laughter and joy, because if you get depressed, then you're probably not going to heal as well as if you're not depressed. And so this song is a positive. It's a strong message, but it's like, you're wonderful, you're loved, you're cared for, you're looked after, you're not forgotten, you're important. You're not supposed to be just overlooked and taken not seriously. So that's what it came to me in 15 minutes. I edited 3 words, and there's my dog barking, Buckley upstairs.
It's a good family.
He's a great dog. He's a great dog. But yeah, so I hope you take a listen. He knows we're doing something down here. And I hope you take a listen to the single and support Nicole, support anyone with cancer. And the dog is coming down. Is that serious? Did he get down? Oh, Froy, how's it going? I'm doing a video. I'm doing an interview right now. I can't talk.
Okay. Well,
I need to edit that out. I'll be there in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay.
Yeah. So it's for anyone who needs support, and that was my support right there. Froy, my nurse, that visits me at my house, and I'll have to edit that out. Cut, mini cut. No cut. We're not cutting. You stopped?
Yeah.
Okay,
Fine.
that's good.
Okay.
All right.
That was good though.
That's good. Yeah, I think it's enough.
You're wonderful. The pain, the torment, and the fear, the tragic moments, death is near. I think you know that I love you more than words could ever speak, more than the pain you tried to shed. I think you are truly phenomenal. The way you stand up against those odds, the way you pry into my arms. Inside, outside, it's all for you. Inside and outside, it's all for you. Inside and outside, it's all for you. Inside and outside, it's all for you. I love you, Nicole. I want you to know that you're spectacular. The way you live life and feel such joy. The way you call me your good man. I think you are truly amazing. The words you speak, the love